I missed you.
Yeah, that seemed to be the sentiment while I was gone. That's kind of why I came back too. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me, bro.
How
Really
did
appreciate it.
how does it feel to be back on Twitter?
Uh, it's interesting, honestly. When I was gone, I was still trading, and you know, I was trading with some friends, and people just keep sending me these tweets about, oh, where did he go? Like, where is he? And ever since I came back, I feel like I got a really good reception back, and I feel like we've been able to do some positive things since, and I'm really happy about that.
I also feel like you've been pretty hot since you came back.
I mean, that was the goal. If the way I so you know when I was pondering about coming back to Twitter, I was like, well, if I'm gonna come back, then we need to shake things up a little bit because you know what I was seeing, as you know, I trade mostly on chain. Um, I was like, this shit sucks right now. Like, I don't like it. And if I'm gonna come back, we're gonna change things up a little bit. And that was kind of the goal. And I feel like we're kind of going in that direction. And I'm pretty happy about that.
So for the people in the chat that don't know, I think I really got familiar with you around fall of last year, like October, November, December, AI season.
Yep,
And you came on the stream a couple times in the early
indeed.
days, round one. And I think, people call me out because I glaze too hard in the stream. But the reason I glaze on the stream is because I bring fucking goats on the stream. And you had one of undeniably the best on-chain seasons throughout that fall. And then I don't know, you left Twitter in like February, March. I don't exactly
Yep,
know. And you were
yep.
gone for a while. It's not speculation on where you were. And then you've come back, new account, been firing. And then I believe this is your first live conversation. I wasn't sure if it was the same person until today, actually. Um, Hearing your voice,
It
which
is.
I
It
which I
is.
recognize. I mean, dude, to kind of hit it, like, where did you go? Why did you leave Twitter?
Yeah. I don't really want to get too much into it because it's kind of like personal stuff.
Uh huh.
I can tell you this: there's been some crazy narratives that people have come up with as to why I was gone. Some people said that I was like some insider on Libra and I was being like investigated. That's why I was gone. And that's fucking hilarious to me. There's also like this narrative that I launched the Rebro and I paid Jeffy to dev Cerebro, like just some crazy stuff like that people came up with. None of that is true. It has nothing to do with any of that. I was just dealing with some stuff, and I just needed to, you know, log off and kind of take care of it. Um, and in regards to coming back, I don't know. I just felt like the timing was right. And yeah, everything's fine. There were some pretty interesting things that happened while I was gone. We can get into it later. I think there's
Okay.
some more interesting things that we can talk about besides, you know, my personal life. Some more interesting things regarding, markets, some big ideas, whatever. I'm open to answering anything you want to ask me. But yeah, bro, it was not. It was like whatever people speculated on. That's not the real reason. I was just dealing with some things, and I just needed to get away for a minute, and that's really it. Not much else to it.
Well, dude, we're glad to have you back. Also, we don't have to really talk about this, but Cerebro was one of my favorite coins ever, man. I hated. It was pretty brutal to watch that unravel the way that it did.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, Cerebro's good, man. Like it was. I think it was a. Dude, I mean, at the end of the day, like the coins always end up trending to zero, right? I feel like that's just what it is. I think uh, all of us that play the game are kind of aware of that, and like you ride the uptrend. That's just what you do. But like, you can't prevent that. Like you look at any coin from those times, like from fall 2024, and they all look the same. Like
It's
Cerebro's
brutal.
just like one of the first to just that happening, but like all of them just kind of follow the same the
Hmm.
same path. They're all like fucking cooked. So it's kind of like, yeah, I mean, people can get mad at that, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like, what are you gonna do? Like, are you not gonna bull post the coins? Are you not gonna like fucking try to like push projects because like if inevitably they're gonna go to trend to zero? That's just kind of stupid, kind of stupid mindset to have. You know what I'm saying?
I heard this really interesting take yesterday. I'd never heard it framed like this. Tarun was on stream, who's not really an on-chain guy. He's more of a VC macro, and he basically said that in order for there to be euphoria in crypto, because I was asking about on-chain, he basically was saying in order for there to be euphoria in crypto, the participants and the traders need to be quote mesmerized by the current thing. And I think that was a really unique way to describe it, because I remember I don't know if you were trading NFTs, but in 2021 we were mesmerized by NFTs. It was like, this is the coolest thing ever. Digital art is going to change the world. Like, NFT, mesmerized. Couldn't even process it. And then in 2024, when Pump Fund came out, it wasn't like meme coins were new, right? Dogecoin is the age old meme coin, but the mechanism to launch Pump Funds and launch meme coins in the way that we were was like mesmerized. It was like crazy. It was like every OG crypto trader was like, what the fuck is going on? It spawned this new class, the whole, like Billy season. And then we
Mhm.
didn't see it again until AI coins came out. And people will say what they want now. People all the time, people make this tweet. They'll be like, "Oh my god, can't believe we fucking pumped a chatbot to 700 mil." But bro, when Cerebro tweeted, "Bought my dog a Glock so he won't end up like Peanut" in 2024, that shit was
Bro, that was
mesmerizing, bro. I don't care what anybody says. That was mesmerizing, and I'm not sure what it's gonna take for that level of
yeah.
mesmerization to happen again, but it's an interesting take.
So I think we're kind of it's an interesting thing. I feel like the main issues whenever we see like these like really bad seasons of on chain, it stems more towards like a culture thing. And like when I came back, I had this big idea in mind, and I tweeted it, and it got a lot of traction.
Mm-hmm.
And is crypto like we kind of just speed ran everything. Like we speed ran launch pads, we speed ran like AI, like we speed ran like mass deploying multi
Yeah.
wallets. Like everything has just been speed ran to max efficiency, basically. Um, and as a result of that, big shift in culture where like everybody just kind of knows what's going on, and there's just big skepticism across the board. And when I came back, I had this big idea, which is like we don't need any more of this shit. Like we don't need like fucking flywheels. We don't need like ICM. Like we don't need any of these things. We need to go back to like focusing on creating success stories. Like everybody's been so obsessed with onboarding. I feel like that's been the big theme of 2024 and 2025. We need to onboard more people. I feel like everybody just kind of got lost in the sauce and forgot that the way to onboard people is to just send a coin to fucking infinity, and everybody gets fucking rich, and then everybody tells their friends about it, and more people come and they want to get rich, right? And like everybody kind of forgot about that. That's what I feel like. And like when I came back, I was just kind of like in this mindset of like I'm just gonna like I'm gonna look at these coins, and I'm gonna look at like what I think has like big potential and high ceilings and could really like bring back, you know, new liquidity. And I'm just gonna focus on trying to help these coins like go higher, and just put most of my time and effort in like not only doing that but pushing the narrative that I believe is the right one, which is, you know, the way to I feel like we kind of whole like all of us just kind of pigeonholed into like our own success. I feel like that's been a big trend in crypto in 2024, 2025 is like everybody's like pigeonholed into this state of mind where like I gotta make it, you know? So everybody's on this like fucking dog mentality where
Yep.
like, and people just kind of forgot that we kind of all win more if we win collectively.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
So like it's kind of like that's kind of like what I'm trying to that's kind of the message I'm trying to push, and I feel like people are strong, like especially because like people gotta remember that like what makes these markets are us, like the traders, and the traders have been getting the worst end of the stick for far too long, and I'm not gonna have any more of it. Like I'm gonna speak my mind, and I'm gonna tell these fucking launchpad owners, these founders, like, listen, we are the lifeblood of your businesses. Without us, there's no fucking trading fees for any of you.
Mm-hmm.
There's no revenue. All of you fucking die. So you better start fucking doing the things that you're supposed to do so we can start winning some again, so new people can start coming in and you can start having more customers. Cuz you know, these people just I feel like they're starting to get it now. Um, I like a lot of the stuff I'm seeing from Pump Fun lately. And I feel like things are moving in the right direction now. But it's kind of like, and the traders got to realize this too. Like, you are the customer, you are the lifeblood of this entire fucking thing, and you get to vote with your fucking wallet. So like, stop, you know, voting on dumb shit, and just realize that like if you come together and you propagate this like frame of mind towards like your peers, eventually we're gonna get like the founders of the products that we use to start actually paying attention and give back to us. As I said, we've been getting the worst end of the stick for
Yeah.
far too long. You know what I'm saying?
I've gone back and forth on this take a lot over the last 2 years, and I feel like I've refined it. And your commentary is part of the reason why that I have distilled it down to, I think, focusing on onboarding for even a millisecond that it takes for the thought to cross your mind is the literal worst possible way you could spend your time in crypto. I think the only thing you should do, these products should be doing, is building the best outcome for the people that exist here. And I've become a full believer in that everyone buys Bitcoin at the price they deserve. Everyone comes into crypto on the timeline that they deserve, and trying to do anything else is just like a disservice to the people that exist here. Because I've done it. I've done it a bunch of times now. I've done it. And I've been big on this pilled celebrity coins and then onboarding and then mainstream. And the reality situation is it doesn't work. And these people will come when they want to come and when it's time for them to come. And the only thing you should be doing in crypto, the only thing I should be doing with the stream, the only thing these launch pads should be building for the traders, the only thing trading bots should be building is the best tech possible for the people that are right here. Because if you think about it, we like to make jokes about how small crypto is. Bro, actually makes $1 million a day. How many companies, like how many ecosystems in the world are making $1 million a day? Like it's a very finite group. They're making $1 million a day. And the only reason they make $1 million a day is because the finite group of people that are here right now are using it, and they fucking have money to spend. And I think your take that the traders run this shit around here almost doesn't get enough coverage and respect.
Right. And it's the reality of the situation. Like and the traders need to actually understand that too. Like that's the big issue. Like I'm done with like the founder glaze that gets thrown around CT. Like I'm done with it. Like I'm not having it. Like I'm so fucking done with this shit. Like stop glazing these founders, like especially when they're behaving in a way that's not net positive for you the customer, cuz you're the fucking customer. Like that's the thing that these people don't realize is like at the end of the day we are customers of these products and we are consumers of these products. And obviously like we're speculators and we play a game that's speculative and PvP by nature, but dude, like the founder glaze that I've seen this year is crazy. Like especially when these people are just not doing like shit for the most part. And it's kind of like, why? Like, because you want to like try to spin the narrative to pump your bags a little, like just stop being so fucking pigeonholed, you know? Like stop glazing these founders when they don't do shit. Like support the people that are actually trying to like move things in a more positive direction. I mentioned Pump Fund because I think that right now they are, you know, there's some stuff that I didn't like that they were doing, but I feel like they're listening. I feel like they're pivoting in a positive direction, and I feel like they deserve kudos for that, right? So like, um, I'll recognize the the positive things when I see them, but it's kind of like the traders just gotta wake up, man. The traders just gotta realize, yeah, like without us, nothing fucking happens, right? Like there's no revenue, there's no fees, there's nothing. So like, just take a step back and realize that, and also just stop playing like these more PvP oriented narratives too. It's kind of like, again, I'm not gonna throw like shade towards anybody in particularly, but like I just the narratives that I see, like the narratives that I saw spun up with ICM and the narratives I'm seeing now with like these sort of like creative fees coins, and it's like, what are we doing, bro? Like it's kind of like, why are we like paying tax to like trade fucking coins so some random fucking person that doesn't give a fuck about any of this shit, doesn't give a fuck about crypto, comes here and claims a bunch of free money from your fucking tax, bro? Like, what are you doing? You see what I'm
Okay,
saying?
tell me this. Why do you hate the launch coin ecosystem?
I don't necessarily hate it. It's just like, I think that ICM is just a narrative. It kind of reminds me of AI in 2023, crypto AI in 2023. I don't know if you remember that, but like crypto AI in 2023 was like a bunch of ETH coins. They like add AI
Mm-hmm.
slapped on their
Mm-hmm.
name and on their narrative, but like they weren't like anything. It was just like, I feel like ICM is the same thing right now. It's not that it's bad. I feel like it's a narrative that has a lot of potential. I just feel like right now is just too early. You know, it's like a bunch of these like Web 2 products that like you can't call them a real company whatsoever, and they're coming on chain and it'd be like, oh, like yeah, like ICM, like Internet Capital Markets, like it is. You look at the actual products or the companies, it's just a fucking joke. You see what I'm saying?
It's a fair take. Okay, what do you think about? Because I just want to ask you about a bunch of current stuff. What do you think
Yeah, sure.
about? First of all, I agree with you on Pump Fund. By the way, at like one point, I don't know, 1.5, 1.6, I opened a really large pump spot position open, because I just think I, they're just the best position to succeed here, to be honest. And Bonk went crazy and had a run, and you just got listen on Coinbase. They're doing good stuff. What's your Pump Fund thesis?
Yeah, so I think um I think Pump is now, they got the volume back for the most part. Now, obviously that's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed that they're gonna keep the market share. Um or that they're going to stay leaders in the market share aspect. Obviously, like the competitors can come in and take some of that back, but I do feel like they do have that provenance aspect to them, and whether people like it or not, in crypto, that is pretty important. I do think that Elon is Elon, well, whatever. I do think he's doing. I think he kind of realized, like, I think he's doing the right things. I think like the buyback, the 100% revenue into the buybacks, shows that they are interested in pumping the pump token. And I also feel like they're doing really good things on the community side with some of the coins that are going up and being supported by their ecosystem. I think some of these coins are really good. Tokaboo is really good. Um, Troll, like I think Troll is gonna be $1 billion coin. Like I really
Why do you
believe
think
that.
that?
My troll thesis, you want my troll thesis?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, it's like globally like one of the most recognizable like memes of all time. It has stood the test of time in that regard. It's not like an attention play. That's one of the things that I think is really important to the narrative is that a lot of meme coins in general are, for the most part, an attention play, right? Is like it gets a lot of attention, which means it gets a lot of flows. I don't think troll is really like that because like the attention is not at all time high, but it is globally recognizable. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows troll face,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Everybody's familiar with it. It's like one of those memes that has the capability of being up there with like the Pepes, the Doges, in terms of like how many people actually know it, and is like one of those narratives or coins where it's kind of like it doesn't make sense until it's going up, you know, and when it starts going up, it's kind of like, oh yeah, like troll coin, that makes perfect sense, like of course it's going up. So it has that going for it too. I think that also, um, it's one of those things where like it's got a lot of momentum, and I think imagine like it goes to like I don't know billions, right? Like let's imagine this hypothetical scenario. It's great for pump fun because now,
Yes.
so like in my mind, I can't speak for the pump fun team, of course, but in my mind, if I'm in a pump fun team, I'm thinking, okay, so if this coin goes to like billions, one, it's one of the most like universally recognizable coins. So if it's trading at billions, now you got like, centralized exchange volume, you got on-chain volume. It's a coin that's on pump swap. I think that's very key. Right now, the biggest coin on pump fund is Farcoin,
Mm-hmm.
but that coin is not on pump swap. Now Troll goes to billions, that coin is on pump swap, and now you're basically farming like. I don't say farming is like a. I
Yeah,
don't have a negative
I know what you mean.
connotation to that word, unlike most people. I just want to make that clear. But like now you're farming like a lot of fees from that one coin alone, right? And now like it's sort of the face of your platform, and now it's like one of the biggest coins. Like it's just as not only is it aligned from a normie perspective, it's aligned from a launchpad perspective as well. So like it has all the elements to like, I think that Pump Fund is somewhat incentivized to really make this, one of their top coins because it's a pump swap coin. It's one of the most universally recognizable memes of all time. You got provenance. It also kind of fits into my nostalgia thesis, um, which is basically boiled down. The nostalgia thesis is that because everything is becoming more easily accessible, everything kind of loses value in a way. And people kind of because of that, people are going to be more nostalgic than ever, and they already are, honestly. And I think it's a trend that's only going to increase moving forward because people are going to go look back at times where things were not so easy, but they were more memorable because they were not so easy. You see what
Yes.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's kind of like imagine when you didn't have money, like you yourself, right? I'm sure you have like some crazy memories from times where you were not successful that you remember and look back to very fondly because maybe at the time you just didn't have the possibilities to like experience that, but you experienced it anyway due to certain circumstances. And and you look back at that and you're like, wow, those were the times.
Mm-hmm.
And like I feel like that trend is only going to accelerate for most people because like everything is kind of like losing its worth in a sense because everything's just kind of commoditized these days.
You know, on your pump swap thesis, I think it's similar to why I bought Pump Fund token. Troll breaks
Yep.
out, and then my first move was I bought a bunch of Tokaboo because I'm like, okay, this, pump coins are returned to Pumpfolio, which, kind of got bailed
Mhm.
out by the Ansem show, but that's neither here nor there. And after I bought Tokaboo, Ansem showed it, I started hammering Pump Token because I'm like, man, volume on Pump Fund is up like 400%. Fees are up 400% with that. That's X amount more money they could buy into the token. And they've made it very clear that they're making these coins go up. And then once I saw Him Kajira, Hard Shill, Clippy, and it
Yeah.
ends in Pump CA, I was like, oh yeah, we're back. And I just fucking
Right.
started slamming like my life was on the line because they're making money again and they're heavily incentivized to make these coins go up just like Bonk did. And they haven't really had an opportunity to do that yet. What's
Yeah.
your what do you think about that and what's your Takabu thesis?
Yeah. So my Takabu thesis was there's two types of coins that I'm very bullish on right now. The first one is coins that have some level of provenance that has escaped the attention flywheel. That's why I'm bullish
Mm-hmm.
troll, because the attention flywheel, you know, people have said for the past, I don't know how many years, that attention is the new currency, but the value of that currency is speed running zero, because nobody can keep their attention on anything for more than 2 fucking seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, attention used to be the new currency, but now it's like the 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 ROI on competing for attention is decreasing every day because attention spans are so fried, right? So like basically it's almost like you're trying to fight for like the most unloyal customers of all time. It's like you're a business and you're trying to like compete for like the most unloyal customers of all time, basically. So like the only people that kind of win are kind of like the platforms in which that PvP happens. So like Twitter wins because we're all PvPing for attention on Twitter. So Twitter wins, but we also win, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
over time, because some of that attention is going to be retained over time. But um, you know, trying to like do things or make moves based on that short term attention, the ROI on that is going to continuously decrease, right? So I'm very bullish on things that have provenance and have survived that sort of attention cycle, where they no longer are top of mind share, but everybody still knows what it is and they instantly recognize it. So I'm very bullish on those types of coins, on anything that resembles that, and I'm also very bullish on um, crypto native IP coins, because we saw what happened with Pudgy, right? And it kind of laid out the playbook of what you got to do in order to make a coin successful and go beyond CT. Now, Tokaboo specifically is, I like it a lot because one, it taps into different audiences that are not CT, right? And gambling, I believe, is only going to accelerate over time. So it taps into a growing audience, right? So it appeals to a growing audience. So that's the first thing. The second thing is they're doing a lot of things. The way they're playing it is very long term oriented. So basically, um, what I'm seeing from them is I'm not seeing any sort of again. It goes into what I was saying earlier. I'm not seeing any sort of like short term games being played from Tokaboo. I'm not seeing any sort of like, oh, like we're gonna do this stunt to like catch some sort of like short term attention, whatever. No, all I'm seeing from Tokaboo is like we're building like a, a household name brand. Like all the actions I'm seeing from them and their team, it all aligns with like we're trying to build something that again is gonna outlast that attention, like that attention war, basically. That is gonna slowly over time uh, gain mindshare on audiences that are outside of CT and eventually, my vision for Tokaboo is kind of like eventually becomes like the gambling mascot of the world. Now, obviously, that's kind of dreaming big, right? But like the way I'm thinking now, and the way things are on chain and all this stuff is like, if you're gonna make bets, you might as well like make bets counting on like the best possible outcome, and then working in alignment to bring that best possible outcome to reality. That's kind of how I'm playing the game now, pretty much. So
I think
there it is.
your take on crypto native IP being undervalued is like so spot on, by the way. This is the thing that also Flippin' Profits with the 200 gifted is crazy. Shout out Flippin' Profits. Um, I think you like the Tokaboo thesis. Crypto native IP is so undervalued, and I think it, yeah, I don't even know what to say on it, to be completely honest. Pudgy thesis is like very obvious playing out. It's
Yeah,
surprising more people aren't really leaning into
bro. The
that.
playbook. Listen, the playbook has already been laid out. Like it's you. Like you just gotta. I think, as I said, I think Takaba, they're doing everything right. Like that's the thing. I think that I think they're really nailing everything to the T, and I'm glad to be part of that journey as a holder. I'm happy to be to go along for the ride because, again, like I think it has been made very clear that playing these like the sort of the daily runner culture, um, like playing these types of games, these short term like fast money like high PvP types of games, like it's a I think it has been made very clear for everybody, even the guys that used to like crush on that, like Profit, like you just mentioned Profit, like he used to crush that game. And I think like even people like that are realizing, yeah, like that was great, but it's clearly a net negative in the long term.
Yeah.
Because just people are just gonna get fucking riced. Nobody's gonna be left with any money, and then we're also not gonna be able to make money either. So it's kind of like I think everybody's just kind of shifting culture towards a more, you know, overall net positive game. And I think like there are some tokens out here that are really doing things the right way, and I think those are the tokens that you really want to support and do your best to try to bring that vision to reality. I think Tokaboo is like one of those coins that they're really doing everything right, and I'm very bullish on it. There's a few coins I'm pretty bullish on, specifically from Pump Fund, because again, I think some of these people are starting to realize that playing the short-term attention game is all it's going to attract is mercenary capital and
Yeah,
people trying
yeah.
to like, you know, so it's kind of like people are starting to shift away from that, and the people that are indeed doing that, I think that's where you want to make your bets right now
Okay,
and in the future.
I have like a philosophical question for you.
Sure.
How do you make money on an internet market where people barely have the attention span to even read a tweet, let alone hold a coin for multiple weeks?
um I mean, you just it's kind of the question kind of answers itself funnily enough. That is the edge, right?
Yeah.
The edge is you if you can see something clearly and you have the patient to outlast those who are just chasing highs and trying to make up for lows, then again, it's just like you can call it like I time frame on chain trading. You know, it's kind of like
Yeah.
there's this tweet from an account from a long time ago. The account no longer exists, but
Who was it?
his name was Mike. His name was Michael Mason, and this was from before I was in CT. But the quote goes something along the lines of, "You don't have to be the best. You just have to outlast everybody." That's
Banger.
the TLDR. You don't have to. Life is a war of attrition. That was like the whole concept around the tweet. You don't have to be the best. You just have to outlast everybody. And
Such a good take, by the way.
it's kind of like that's just kind of how I feel right now in terms of coins, even trading coins. It's kind of like you really don't like you don't gotta like fucking be the goat of multi-wallet axiom fucking you know, buy 10% of supply of a coin. Like you don't got to do any of that shit. You just got to like find something that makes sense, that you like, that aligns with your vision, um and that you see the potential for. Buy that, slam that, and then just spread your vision to the world. That's all I do, bro. Like I'm not even like I just see things that have again, trading is not like my edge. I'm just good at spotting narratives and creating them myself. That's it. So like if you see something that has like the potential, you just believe in it and you try to manifest that reality into existence. And I think that's gonna be more and more like you're seeing like the return of bag working, the return of like holding culture, and I feel like that's kind of because people realize like your fate is more in your hands if you try to manifest it yourself rather than playing the casino game, which is what we primarily did.
Yep.
And I think people kind of realize, yeah, like most of us are not going to win. And it's actually not a net positive for everybody. So,
I think
you
the survive everyone is the best take for a market like crypto because I've been here for 4 years or something like that at this point, and I've seen a lot of people. You see a lot of retarded people make a lot of money in crypto, and sometimes you can look at that and be bitter and cynical, as in why did they make money and I didn't. But I think the real way to look at that is like if the most retarded person I know made 7, 8 figures, think about how much money I can make. And if crypto has taught me one thing, it's that if you just can exist above zero with your head above water for long enough, you will just walk into a Trump, or you'll walk into a Mog, or you'll walk into a troll, or you'll walk into a useless coin. On act, you'll hold Aura and forget about it, and then it gets bundled and Binance, and then all of a sudden it's at 300-400 mil. Like I think this is the number one takeaway where people feel, and this is why I hate. I always ask people this question: How long do you have to make it? But I actually hate the question because the answer is there's no cap on how long you have to make it. You have forever to make it because all you need is just one break. And if you exist on chain long enough, you see Elon confirm that Elon is his coin, or you see Jelly Jelly launch and Sam Lesson go on stream with Casey Fudstat. Like, if you exist for long enough in crypto, the market gods bless you with a million X, and you hit a hyperliquid airdrop, right? There's just like so many of these things that happen. So I think it's a really good take by you, W quote. And I guess a question for you is, do you think everyone that's actively posting on CT has a responsibility to be bag working for coins?
no, not necessarily. No, I mean, no, I don't believe everybody has a responsibility to do anything. Um, People have their own agency, and everybody does whatever they want. Um, but I do believe that um, if you want, you should be the change that you want to see in the world. Like I've always believed that, and I'll, in my personal view, for myself, I look at it like, okay, I'm clearly someone who, you know, has because I've been doing social media for a long time, bro. Like that's the thing. Like, it's a game that I've mastered a long time ago. Like I was 18, I was doing social media. Because like you, I was actually a streamer back in the day. I was
Or
streaming like video games and stuff. So like, dude, I've been doing this for a long time. Like I know how to do social media. I'm an articulate guy. Like I know how to speak. I know how to write.
mm-hmm.
I know that I have influence and I want to see change. And I can either sit around and do fuck all to bring that change to reality, or I can, spread my vision and, try to like make people realize that, you know, my way of thinking can potentially lead to better outcomes. And if that's the reality of the situation, then I feel like it is my responsibility to do my absolute best to push that narrative and push that reality into the world. I don't think anybody has necessarily any responsibility. That's up to the individual. But I do think that if you're in crypto and you have been around and there's things that you like to see changed, then I do think that if that is the case, then yeah, you should do your best to manifest that into reality, and be the change that you want to see in the world. I do think um, things are moving in the positive direction, um, and I'm gonna keep doing my best to again manifest the vision, which is to create success stories. That's what we need. Like we need to create success stories. That's my fundamental big idea now. Is like we need to create success stories. The way to do that is to make a bunch of people rich, make the customers, which are the traders, rich. And I truly believe that. I truly believe that's the best way to get new liquidity. If there's new liquidity, the coins are gonna go higher. Um, and the way to bring new liquidity is to make the coins go higher. So if we make the coins go higher, people get richer. People get richer. We get new liquidity. The coins go even higher, and it's just a positive feedback loop, right? Now, obviously, as I said, eventually, obviously the coins trend to zero, but you know, the way I think about it is, um, you know, if you're here, might as well do things that are going to push the space that you're in and that you log on to every day. Just do things that push that space in a positive direction.
I also be the change you want to see in the world, which meme coins is funny, but it's true. I guess kind of bringing it full circle is I have this take that isn't fully fleshed out that we've sort of already talked about, but I think that the future of markets and the internet being financialized is literally just crypto Twitter, and it exists in its current form and it's here. And I think people often I've been trying not to say this. I say this every day. I don't even know if it's correct. Miss the forest for the trees or miss the trees for the forest. Miss the forest for the trees. That we actually have it right now on CT, and we really don't need 10 million more people to infiltrate and flood the crypto markets. We actually have the liquidity and the money and the rails and the tech and the apps and the infra ready to go. And we really just need coins that people want to bid. I think AI showed this. If you can
Yep.
build something on the dev side that people want to bid, we actually have our own little utopia that's ready to go. And I guess a question for you is, where do you think on chain is going? Where do you think on chain is right now, and where is it going? Is it going to be easy mode again?
Yeah, I think so. Um, I think everything's gearing up towards that. Um, I don't know the exact narrative. There's some interesting things happening with AI. There's a few AI tokens that I like. Um, it could be a return of that. I'm not entirely sure. I feel like I've shared my opinion about AI already in that one tweet that I replied to.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think AI is I really do think it's a bubble. A big one.
A big
um,
one, huge one.
yeah, I really think that a lot of these things are overvalued currently, in my opinion. But I'm not sure if it's gonna be AI. I'm not sure exactly what it's gonna be. Again, I think that you know we have this idea that meme coins are beat. That game is done. It can't never go back to what it used to be. But I don't know. I don't really share that opinion. I mean, that whole daily runner
Yeah,
thing, that sort of casino culture, yeah, that shit's trending to zero, and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
only gonna continue to trend to zero, in my opinion. I do think meme coins are gonna always going to be like a timeless vehicle for people to speculate on. I don't think that's ever going to change. One of the best ones, in my opinion. Where it's going to go, I do think we're going to get some PVE. On-chain is always the last to get the PVE, pretty much.
Yeah.
I do think we're going to get some PVE, honestly. In terms of what you said, like, yeah, I agree. Like, people just need to, and there's always coins like this too. Like, there's always coins to, like, every month. There's always like a 9-figure opportunity. Like a coin that goes to like over 100 million market cap. We're already seeing that, but I do think that's gonna accelerate a little bit. I think, but like that's the thing too, right? Like, it's not even like right now it's great. I don't think people realize like on chain right now is great, honestly. Like people don't, maybe they can't understand this or they can't realize this because for some weird reason, like again, people got so used to that insane euphoria of like, Elon tweets the fucking coin, that shit goes to 200 million like 10 minutes, like pure insanity, right? But like people are not actually winning crazy on that. People are winning crazy on a coin, taking like 6 months and it goes to 1 billion. That's where the real money is made, pretty much. And then, yeah, like I think I'm not entirely sure where it goes. Again, ICM was it was a good narrative, but I think it's gonna need time to like really I think it's gonna need time to really like, again, it's not AI like 2023 in my opinion. It's gonna need maturity in order to come to
Yeah.
fruition and come out as an actual like crazy narrative that's gonna be like AI in 2024.
I like that take.
Um, it needs maturity right now. I believe, I think it has the potential. Like I think it's one of those that really does have the potential to be huge, but it needs maturity as it stands currently, and we're not there yet. In between, obviously, memes are the timeless vehicle, right? AI could make a resurgence. I mean, it's always been Q4 AI. Like whether people like with uh even with like even in 2023, even these like nothing burger AI coins
Yeah.
like that were on Ethereum, they were going to crazy valuations, bro. Like, and they were literally like, you couldn't even call that shit AI. Like, looking back now, so like, it's always Q4 AI every single time. So like, I am, you know, I would be. I think I would be pretty dumb to like try to bet against that. I think we might see a resurgence once again. But again, I think the space is kind of maturing, and I think that devs and teams and deployers and platforms and launch pads, like all these people, I think they just got to realize that and like play the game a little bit differently. Again, this is why I like Pump Fun right now, because I think they're kind of getting it.
I do
You
that.
see what I'm saying?
I love Pump Fun right now. Okay, one of the last things I want to ask you about the market is what do you think has changed between the last on-chain cycle and then the current on-chain cycle?
Yeah, I think, again, participants are just more mature now. And I think it's kind of like, I think the best way to put it is we kind of all went to like a crazy party and we all got fucking wasted like shit. And then like a bunch of us went to the hospital like the next weeks because we got so fucked up. And then everybody kind of went to rehab afterwards. And now everybody's back from rehab. And they're kind of like, oh, like, let's do things right this time. I feel like that's the big difference. Is like before we were at the party and we were just blasting like all kinds of hard drugs and alcohol and all this fucking shit. And then everybody got fucked up. And then everybody went to rehab, and now everybody's back from rehab, and everybody's like,
Less drugs this time.
yeah, exactly. But obviously, that's only gonna last so long, right? Eventually, we're all gonna go to the fucking party and do hard drugs again. But while we're not there yet, just enjoy the good times
Yeah.
because I think right now is really like we really are on some, PvE stuff and in some of these coins and just enjoy it, while it's here.
How does it feel to be back on Twitter? I know I asked you this at the beginning, but we've talked a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
since.
yeah. I mean, it feels great, bro. I'm, I feel like I'm using my platform to impact the space in a positive way. I'm getting people are coming to me and they're you know thanking me for things and I'm just getting a lot of love and that's always great, honestly. But I think more importantly, like I really do enjoy Twitter because it really is an outlet for me to like just express my ideas and things that I'm thinking. It helps me navigate the world. I feel like the world is just confusing these days and it's
Ah,
just
it is.
it's just fucking noise everywhere and like I really feel like everybody should have some sort of outlet where they just are able to express whatever it is that they're thinking because it helps you just think better. It helps you formulate and just materialize your ideas more concisely.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, like honestly, it's great. I love it. Like in terms of like I feel like the space is just kind of embracing like this. Like I'm seeing a lot of positive things on Twitter actually. Like obviously I still see the same fucking dickheads just trashing everything and
Yeah.
everything sucks. Like I'm just ignoring those people, but like I'm seeing a lot of positive things, like culture wise. People are coming together again. They're like supporting things. They're like working for their bag. They're they're it kind of feels like we're going in this almost like people are realizing like yeah, like we need to be on that we're all gonna make it mindset because it's the best for everybody. It's the best for the other guy, but it's also the best for me individually. You know, like we just kind of win more. So I'm seeing more of that. I'm super happy about that. I feel like I have been able to influence that
You have.
in some capacity. Um, and I'm proud of that. And I think that's just what I'm gonna keep doing. I'm just gonna keep spreading the message of like, yeah, you're the trader, you're the customer, you vote with your wallet. Stop fucking buying stupid shit. Stop getting rice. Stop getting farmed. Like, there's no need for that. There's now opportunities here on chain right now that you can go buy and just enjoy the PV ride literally right now. You can literally go do that. So stop doing the other shit. Um, I'm just gonna keep spreading that message. And honestly, the great thing about Twitter and the great thing about me having been doing social media for a while and knowing kind of how to play this game and just gaining influence due to my the way I do things. The great thing about that is that like the people on the other side also listen. They also want to hear my opinions. Like
Facts.
the launchpad people,
Hmm.
the founders, like they also want to hear like, okay, like you clearly seem to be like this sort of, and I feel like for you it's the same thing. Like I feel like you're doing an amazing job with that too. And I feel like people like us, we just need to keep doing that. We need to be the bridge between like the trader, the customer, and the founders, the guys running the launch pads. Because like I feel like people like us is kind of our responsibility to align like both parties
Hmm.
together. Because again, if parties are not aligned, the traders are gonna get mad. Like they're not gonna play the game anymore. The vibes are gonna be terrible. And then that's also negative for the other side of the equation. Like because the founders are not making as much money. You're not, So it's kind of like I feel like right now my job is to just be this bridge. Like I'm on the other side. I'm trading on chain every day. I'm in the group chats. I'm talking to people on Twitter. Like I hear these opinions, I understand what's going on, okay, I'm gonna voice my opinions and be like, I think this is actually the direction that things should go, and like, if you don't do that, then I'm gonna tell the traders to tell you to fuck off, basically, and I'm gonna convince them, and that's it, basically. And so that's kind of where I'm at, pretty much. And yeah, I I'm happy. I think I'm using my platform for positive things, and that's what I'm gonna keep doing.
I think you are too, bro. It's good to have you back on Twitter. Also, I don't know what I would do without Twitter. It's like you do need an outlet. I don't even want to think about what my life would be like without Twitter. Honestly, it's fucked. It's kind of fucked up to say, but I yeah, I don't even know what I'd do without Twitter. It's like the greatest. It's negative and dark, and I get negative and dark sometimes, but it's like the best. I don't know. It's one of the greatest inventions in the history of the world, and
Nah, bro, it's not negative, bro. Like, you just gotta like curate it in a way that
facts.
you just gotta curate it. That's all. Like, I feel like yeah, like I feel like you're just on the one of the ends of the pendulum right now. That's I feel like you were this super optimistic, super positive guy, like super like naive in a way, like you're just on top of the world, and then you got the fucking mob coming after you. Oh, you're an insider. You
Yeah.
you fucking you and the LA Vape Cabal, blah blah blah. And then like you got a little bit jaded, and then you went to the opposite end of the spectrum, and now you're kind of just still a little bit on the opposite end of the spectrum, but you're kind of coming together. Like,
Somewhere in
I
the
feel like
middle.
soon enough you'll be in the middle, and you'll find peace and harmony, and everything's gonna be great.
Thanks, man. I mean, look, this is like basically one of the last things I want to ask you because you've tweeted about it a good amount. Is what do you think? What is your take, bull case or bear case? What is your outlook on crypto content, streaming,
Bro,
all of it,
I'm
video?
super bullish. I'm super bullish on content, honestly. I think, dude, I swear to God, man, if I had some financial instrument to invest on threadguy, I would fucking slam the fuck out of that shit, man. Like, I
Pause.
swear to God. Cuz bro, like, it's crazy. Like, I don't think people realize how big you're going to be, bro. Like, I don't think people really realize it, man. Like, you're going to be you're gonna be so big. Like, 3 years from now, you're gonna be like, I'm talking like Kai Cenat, fucking Aiden Ross levels of big. Like, I see the vision. I don't give a fuck if other people don't see the vision. But like, dude, the future is on chain. Like, that's been my thesis for a long time now. Like, I talked about this in our last stream that was almost like a year ago. Like, the future is on chain. Like, everything is gonna be financialized. Everything is gonna be like put on fucking blockchains. That's just the reality of the situation. Um, Everything's gonna be on chain, and the thing is, again, uh, it's like YouTube, right? There's for each guy that makes videos on YouTube, there's like fucking millions of viewers, right? Like, I don't know the ratio, but like, I'm sure it's something crazy. Now imagine that in a space that's basically completely untapped. Like, what in like, you basically have nobody doing it. Like, you're basically like, this is like the a golden opportunity, in my opinion. Like, I don't do the streaming thing because like I want to stay private. I don't want to like undox and all this thing. Maybe one day I will. Like, I'm not that ugly. You've seen me in person. I'm pretty handsome.
You a handsome
But
fellow,
like,
man.
yeah, I'm good looking. I'm articulate. Maybe I'll do it one day. But like, it's kind of like, dude, like, this is it. Like, this is like a golden opportunity. I think that everybody that's to me, it kind of reminds me of Twitch, like in fucking, I don't know, 2014, 2015. You know, where like, if you went hard as fuck, or reminds me of like walkthrough gaming channels like in 2018. Like, there's this dude called Rad Brad.
Okay.
I've watched his videos for like years now, and like, he was one of the first to like go hard on like walkthrough gaming. And now, like, there's fucking thousands of channels that do walkthrough gaming, like just playing the video game and doing commentary on top of it. But like, he's so huge. This dude is like huge. Like, his life is basically set forever because like he was
Yeah.
one of the first to ever do it. And like, he's not like, even today, he's not the fastest to upload the walkthroughs. He's actually pretty slow. But people will still watch his fucking videos. Like, all his walkthroughs have millions and millions and millions of views because one, he's a you know, he's nice. He's just he's had a lot of practice too. Like, but he's just good at commentary. But like, he's just, it's kind of like PewDiePie, right? It's that PewDiePie
Yeah.
effect. Like, you just, and I think you're that guy for crypto Twitter. Like, I really think you're one of those people. Like, right now. And I think that anybody that goes hard on this right now and slams hard and really like sticks to the vision, I think that 2 years, 3 years, 5 years from now, you're basically gonna be set forever. That's my honest opinion.
What do you think has to happen? Is it just purely the rest of the world catches up? Is there something on the content side that has to be done or hyper focused on? Like, are the stars already aligned and it's a survival
Nah,
game?
bro. Like, there's nothing stopping this train at this point, in my opinion. Like, it's kind of like you're already seeing it. I think it's only gonna evolve because it's kind of like, bro. Like, if you think about it, right? Like, I've built businesses before in Web 2, pretty successful businesses, like 7-figure a year businesses. And it's hard, bro. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, if I really wanted to, like, I could, like, go hard on doing something like that on CT. Because, like, I've done it before. And I know kind of what you need to do to go to market. But um, it's hard, bro. Like,
Mm-hmm.
building a business is hard. Fucking, it's just hard. Like, these things are not easy, right? Not everybody's meant to be an entrepreneur. um I think that's one of the biggest like psyops of the last 5 years, like the idea that everybody's going to be an entrepreneur, everybody's going to be build a business, and that's the fastest way for you to reach some sort of like financial freedom, some sort of financial like stability, whatever, right? And that idea is just incorrect. Like, most people are not founder material. Most people are just better off being like a team member, someone who's really good at doing something specific and aligning themselves with some company, and then going do that, like with the proper incentives, right? It's kind of like, as things get more and more commoditized, and even jobs, like, is like the email job, right? Like, the girl that works at fucking Deloitte and just sends emails, is on Zoom meetings all day. Like, that shit is gonna go to zero, like, inevitably, and most of these jobs are gonna go to zero. And like, most people, like, really the easiest way to like set yourself up and like escape all that noise is really to just fucking trade cryptocurrency, bro. Like,
Oh,
um
you're not wrong.
it's like, it's so, like, it's so in your control. It's so easy for anybody that's willing to, put any ounce of work. um Obviously, like, the game is more difficult now, but it's kind of like, bro, it's just like, man, it's just like, this is it. Like, we're in the golden age. Like, this is it. Like, crypto is the place to be. And people are gonna come on chain. They're gonna gamble. They're gonna do all these things. Like, that's what's gonna happen. And like, you're already positioned, bro. Like, I don't think anything in particular needs to happen. I don't think anything crazy needs to happen, because that's where we're going anyway. And like, as more people come in, they're gonna look to people like you to get educated. They're gonna look to people like me to, like, you know gain conviction on things. And like, ultimately, I feel like content, you know as we move towards the age of slop and everything, that's really the age. That's really how we're going, bro. Everything is just fucking slop. Even like money is slop today, bro. Like, money is literally slop. Like, it's just this fucking thing that It just gets printed. We're trillions in debt. But like that fucking thing is not real, bro. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Fuck, it's so
So like,
fake.
I'm so bullish assets in general. I'm so bullish cryptocurrency in general. I'm so bullish assets. I'm so bullish cryptocurrency. And I'm just bullish on like personalities. Cause like, dude, it's just everything's becoming so sloppified
Yes.
that anybody with an ounce of like uniqueness and like personality and like genuine like
Yes.
anybody with an ounce of this is just gonna win so fucking hard. It's so funny because like everybody's like, oh, AI is coming for you all, we're all gonna fucking die, and then it's literally like, oh shit, AI is coming, and all the fucking dog shit is getting wiped out, and now me that I'm above average, I'm just gonna win even harder. Like, yay, great. And that's kind of I feel like that's the position that you're in, pretty much. You see what I'm saying?
I think it's a sick take. Thank you. And I think, my thesis at this point has become the only two things that matter in 2025 is holding the right coins and get growing influence in your platform on Twitter. Genuinely, it's the only two things that matter. I mean, more things matter, but if we were to distill it down to how do I make it, it's hold the right coins and get Twitter clout. Honestly, this is my when people ask me,
Yep.
this is what I say.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And that's the thing. Like, I've always been, cause I come from a different world, right? I did a lot of marketing. I did a lot of sales. I sold like millions of dollars of product. I spoke to like thousands of people on the phone and had 30-minute conversations. And after 30 minutes, they were giving me their fucking credit cards and paying me 10 grand. I've done this shit. So it's kind of like, I understand like that really there's no moat anymore. Like there's nothing. Like there's no moat. The only moat is who you are. Like the only moat is you. You're the moat, basically. And but you're only gonna be the moat if you actually like come out to the world in in genuine fashion and
Such a good take.
put yourself out there in an authentic fashion. But it's kind of like even bro, this is already so clear outside of crypto.
Mm-hmm.
You look at like fucking Dwayne Johnson or Kylie Jenner or whatever. Like these guys, they have like companies that are valued in the billions.
That's crazy.
And their companies are not special in any capacity. They're only valued in the billions because
Who they are.
Dwayne Rock Johnson is the fucking face of it. Kylie Jenner is the face of it. This is where we're trending.
Yes.
I don't think people understand this, like because we're in such a bubble in CT, but this is it.
This is it.
This is it. You see what I'm saying?
It's such a good take. It's man, all roads just lead back to this place, which I fucking love. Also Ubermendes, dude, it was honestly it's been a fucking pleasure to have you back on. I said 30 minutes. We've got you here for I think an hour and 15. Dude, quick glaze back to you, and I'll give you a sign off. Is I just think at this point, like, yeah, all roads do lead back to crypto, internet coins, the internet, crypto, Twitter. But there's a very, very small subset of people, like very small amount of nodes in the network that actually matter and that aren't slop. And I think it's
Yep.
like it's noticeably different when you're gone. I'm being honest. And I think you're one of the few accounts that I feedback, criticism, support I highly value, and opinions I look forward to reading and hearing your thoughts on. So I think this place largely, I wouldn't vouch for a lot of people. You're someone I would really stamp. So I speak for
Really
everyone,
appreciate that, bro.
or at least speak for my circle when I say that I'm happy that you're back on Twitter. I'm happy that it feels like you're in a good mood and you're optimistic and you're having a good time and you're making money. Like that's just as important. Just as important as being back is the mindset you're in when you do come back. So welcome back to Twitter, man. If you have to leave again, we understand, but I'm happy you're back. And I guess as a sign off, like I don't know, how do you want to sign off? Where are you focused? How are you planning to spend most of your time? What are you obsessed with right now? Like what? I don't know.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I'll talk about it. I'm really obsessed with like just to give some personal stuff, I guess, to sign off. I'm really focused on crypto, just making the best out of this, out of these last innings that we're in right now. Um, I don't think it's gonna. I think the final stage of the cycle is gonna play a little bit differently than most people are expecting. Obviously, it's not gonna play differently for most people because most people are allocated to complete fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, for most people, it's gonna play like it always plays, where they're just gonna zero their fucking net worths and all this shit. But like, I'm just so bullish assets that I have a bunch of Bitcoin that I got when we had that last run and the market crashed. I just bought a lot of it. So I have a bunch of that. I don't think I'm gonna be selling a lot of it. Like I might sell a little bit just to like be like, yeah, I TP'd a little bit of that and it was a good trade and I feel happy about it. But like I don't plan on selling like a bunch of that, to be honest. Like I just kind of want to own that forever, like on a much higher time frame. Um I I'm really I think more importantly than ever, I'll put a big emphasis on this. Um it's kind of like people just I find it interesting that people like hyper focus on all this AI stuff and like yeah, like you're gonna live on the internet and all this stuff. I just went on vacation. Like people are outside, people are having fun, people are enjoying the summer. It's kind of like there's still very much like a real life to be lived outside of this bubble. I think that you should I think you should just really focus on as the degeneracy keeps going and as the value of things keeps speed running to zero and all this stuff like the doomer thesis in good Alexander's words, right? The doom thesis.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty aligned with that. I do think that that is pretty much the direction that things are gonna keep going in. I think more importantly than ever, bro, like just read, read a little bit, take care of your health, be outside, socialize, because these are gonna be relics of the past at some point in the future, and anybody that you know keeps that intact going into the future, their quality of life is going to be so much more superior to the people that don't keep that. So, like, that's really what I'm focused on. I just want to, like, take care of myself, take care of my health, be in a good, positive mood, be in a good energy, like, not pay attention to whatever the fuck's going on, like, whatever these people that don't matter are talking about, like, just not don't give a fuck. Like, die, die like, far away from me. I don't care about you. Um, and just keep myself in a good mood. Like, enjoy life. Like, keep reading. Keep it, learning about new ideas. Um, keep enjoying my life. Keep being with my friends, my family. Um, and honestly, just explore the world too. Like, I'm gonna travel a lot. Like, once things cool off a little bit as well, just learn new cultures. Get in touch with like the world a little bit. And honestly, it's just I think the other thing too is like when you're living a good life and you're just enjoying yourself, you're not taking yourself too seriously. Everything just kind of happens. You know, everything's kind of easier. Even trading, bro. Like I'm having a good time. Like I'm not even going hard on like new pairs or anything, like
Mm-hmm.
which is something I would do like crazy. Like last year I was just going crazy. Like I was scanning, like I was going fucking crazy. And I still do some of that, but like I noticed that like less is more, You just kind of like if you're in a good state of mind, like you're just gonna make better decisions. So like I'm really like what I'm most focused on is just being in a good state of mind, like being healthy, keeping my mind intact because that's really going to be the biggest asset moving forward. Like the people that are going to win the most are the people who don't get fucking one shotted. You know,
Facts.
that's that's it. So that's really what I'm focused on. Like, and that's the thing, bro. Like, you know, I'm not I'm young, but I'm not like super young anymore, and I don't. I've kind of realized that like there's very few things that actually matter in life. Like I've already lived all the cool shit. Like I've done all the cool shit, and it's cool, and I still do it. I was literally in Mykonos like a few days ago, just fucking living it up, and it's fucking awesome. It's great, but it's kind of like there's very few things that matter in life. It's the people that you're with, and it's the people you surround yourself with, and the people you get to experience life with, and the things you experience. And that's it. Like, there's not much else. Like, and then the basic stuff. I think that's another important thing. Just take care of the basic stuff. Your food, your environment. Like, just really be really selective about this type of stuff. Like the people that you surround yourself with, the food that you're eating, the water that you're drinking, the environment that you're around, the bed that you're sleeping in. Like the shoes, like bro, don't get me spurring about fucking shoes. Like the shoes that you're wearing, like the clothing that you're wearing, like just take care of that stuff, and really like everything just falls in place eventually if you don't tap out. I think again goes back to what I was saying earlier. Just life is a war of attrition, and you don't got to be the best. You just got to outlast other people, and that's it.
That was beautiful. Ubermendes, it was a pleasure, man, as always. Thank you so much
Absolutely,
for
brother.
coming on,
Thank you
allowing me
for
to
thank you for
host it.
giving me the platform, bro. I really appreciate it.
You're the man, dude. My fucking OG. We've been at this thing for a while now, man.
All right, brother.
All right, man. Have a good one. We'll talk offline, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right,
Have a
my
great
dude.
one. Peace.